Guys, welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing out there? I'm gonna Kid here back again, and yeah, if you can see that background, we're listening to something either scary, chilling, or scary. Doesn't matter. I got some subscribers that do like when I react to scary stuff. They find it hilarious, and if it makes you laugh, that's fine. But I'm happy to help. I always find humor is a good thing. I find it if I'm able to make somebody laugh, that's a good thing for me. I'm doing my good deed for the day. That's fine. But it ain't that good for me because I get jumpy and I get scared, and sometimes, and I'm doing this at night, which I shouldn't have been doing this at night. I should have recorded this early, but I didn't. So what we're gonna do, guys, what we're watching today, is simple. We are watching 5 scariest unexplained sounds recorded from the woods. They say from the Canadian woods. I don't know, but it's a headphone on challenge. So I got my headphones. I'm gonna put this on, and we're gonna listen to these sounds. I am not particularly ready. Well, I shouldn't say ready, but I'm more like I'm a little nervous because it's by top fives. But yeah, we're just gonna watch it through. So I'm gonna put my headphones on. I got them on. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Just gonna make sure. All right, here we go. And once again, 5 scariest unexplained sounds recorded from the woods. Top 5s. Now, go. That right there ain't helping either.
While many of us are familiar with audio recordings through the mediums of music and narration, it's not always the case that sounds are recorded solely for the purposes of entertainment. In fact, there is an abundance of disturbing and unexplainable sound captures littering the internet today. And even with the advances in technology allowing us to isolate and pick apart an audio clip, we're still not always able to offer up a logical account as to what the recording sounds really are. In this video, and in anticipation for David Paulides' new documentary, Missing 411 The Hunted, which is out today, one of which sounds we talk about in this video is included in David's new documentary, and it's one of the most disturbing sounds we've ever heard.
Wow.
And it's been heard by very few people. Do not forget to check out the new documentary by clicking the link in the description or in the comments. It's a documentary that you do not want to miss out on. Now, here we'll be exploring 5 scary and unexplained sounds recorded in the woods. As always, hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy.
See.
2017 Whitset Sounds. One of the most recent spooky videos to appear on the internet in recent
I think
years
I've seen this
is
one.
which shows
I
the
think I've seen this.
distressed cries of what is likely an animal, although it's unknown what kind. The video, uploaded to YouTube on December the 16th, 2017, shows a thick, white blanket of snow and a dark wooded area. In amongst the trees, the sounds emerge of something, perhaps dying or wounded. The animalish screams of agony are chilling, to say the least.
I think I've seen this. This takes place in Canada, I believe.
What that is? Scary shit.
What the heck is that? What is that? I think I've seen this. What is that? Yes, what is that?
Everyone else
Do you hear that?
too.
Y'all hear that, right?
Filmed in Whitsett, formerly Morristown,
See,
in British
I
Columbia,
knew it was Canada.
there appears to be nothing amiss on the snowy morning, other than the disturbing sounds
What
originating
was
from
that?
the forest. Online users have theorized anything from Bigfoot to cows.
That was
to
no
coyotes.
coyote. I know what
Many
a coyote
comments have
sound like.
spoken about
I
hearing
know what an
similar
elk
noises
sound
in
like.
the likes of
I
Ontario
know.
and Missouri, but no one seems to have an understanding of
Whatever
what
that
exactly
is,
making the
I
cries.
would not want to be near
While
it.
many articles online have looked at the video and attempted to figure out where the noises could be coming from, it seems no one is any closer to naming the creature making these horrific screams.
No.
Whispers
Hey.
of Yellowstone. Documented since at least 1890, the unsettling sounds that emanate from the shores of Yellowstone or Shoshone lakes are described as ethereal organ music by some, and there are varying arguments for what is causing these creepy and mysterious sounds.
Oh, faithful.
While some believe
Guys.
it could be caused by seismic activity, others believe it's something more sinister, the spirits of those who drowned in the lakes in the past. The sounds are reported to only occur early in the morning and seem to appear out of nowhere. They are said to emerge from one direction and grow louder and more intense until it appears right above those who are in its presence and can hear it. Then, just as suddenly as it comes, the sounds fade away to nothing.
You gonna play it? Okay. Here we
Take a listen. Edward Linton, a professor of biology at Washington and Jefferson College in 1893, described the sounds as rather indefinite, reverberating sound characterized by a slight metallic resonance. In prior years, a geologist named Frank H. Bradley noted that the sound resembled something between a whistle and a horse whine, and they heard it every few moments whilst having breakfast. Others have said the sounds resemble human voices, a swarm of bees, or the sound of metal cables
Whatever
crashing
it
against
is,
each other. Some of the most recent discussions about the whispers of Yellowstone Lake are as far back as the 1930s. Reportedly, interest in the lake music began to peter out in the 1960s, as did reports of the phenomenon. Even today, in 2019, no one knows for certain just what these sounds are, or where they come from.
You gotta be joking with that.
2016 Rhode Island Sounds. On September the 6th, 2016, a user uploaded an odd video to YouTube, claiming it was from earlier that night at 7:50 p.m. in North Smithfield, Rhode Island. The user goes on to explain how they heard these strange, loud noises coming from the woods near their home. A radio tower is in the same direction, and the sounds lasted for about 15 to 20 minutes and then stopped. Unlike a lot of these type of videos, it's easy to hear the perplexing noises from the start. They sound metallic, almost like someone is cutting up metal. But Reddit users have suggested the sound could be high winds moving through the tower, or even feedback from equipment. After some YouTube comments, the uploader of the video gave watchers more background information. There was no wind the night the video was taken, and no trains nearby. They elaborated that any high winds in the area never resulted in the sounds featured in the video. It was the first time they'd heard anything like it. Take a listen.
That does sound metallic. Like something... Yep. That does sound metallic. Hell no, though. It does sound metallic. I'll give it that. Sound like almost like a herd of elk. Because elk kind of make that noise as well, but this is Rhode Island. I don't think there's no elk out there, but that is creepy though, man. That's creepy. How long does it last? Did he say 15 minutes or so? Ah.
In amongst the high-pitched, screeching, metallic sounds is that of crickets.
I can hear the crickets.
Making it seem
I can hear the
ridiculous
crickets.
likely, although of course not impossible, that the audio was doctored. The audio in the first video lasts 1 minute 24 seconds, while a second video uploaded by the user featured the same chilling sound, lasted just 50 seconds. The clip was taken 5 minutes prior to the first episode. While many Reddit and YouTube commenters have given their 2 cents when it comes to the origins of the disturbing sound, no one knows for sure just what it is or where it's coming from.
That was creepy.
There appears to have been no updates from the original poster in recent years.
I can hear the crickets. Alright, number 2.
2014, Screaming in the Woods at Night. Arguably one of the most unsettling audio recordings on YouTube, this spooky video isn't disturbing for the fact that the sounds are unidentifiable, but because they sound so human-like. Recorded around 2 AM in December of 2014, a few days after Christmas, the user who made the recording claimed the screaming sounds were coming from the woods behind their house. Although no exact location is given as to where the user lives, their accompanying Reddit post told the story of how the loud shouts and screams had gone on for a while and woken them up from sleep. Reportedly, it was freezing cold outside and there was snow. The user had a good view from their window since the woods slant down towards a creek, but they witnessed nothing. The following day, they searched their local papers for any assaults, robberies, or escaped prisoners or patients which may have occurred that night, but their forage for clues went unanswered. Take a listen.
What the? That was. That sounded like somebody crying out there.
The distressed cries sound like that of a woman screaming for someone, possibly named Karen. But online speculators have reported hearing different things. Some users believe the screams are that of a fox, who are known for their baby-like cries and disturbing yelps, whilst others think it sounds like a child rather than an adult. Others are of the belief that someone is being heard.
That sounds like somebody is crying out for help.
Darren, David, or Jeremy. Some have theorized someone is searching for their missing pet, while others think it's the tantrum of a child and nothing more sinister. What do you think?
Alright, here's the last one.
The Sierra Camp Mysteries.
The what?
Within the vicinity of the Yosemite National Park, lying between it and Lake Tahoe, is the Sierra Camp, a hunting camp originating in the 1950s. The hidden area involves an 8-mile hike to reach it, and there's no obvious trail to get to this scenic spot. As the landscape shifts and changes throughout the year, it proves a difficult terrain to navigate. Not only this, but camp is open to a select few only, experienced, disciplined hikers. Unlike some who see hunting as a social opportunity and treat it as a party, the Sierra Camp does not involve alcohol in their trips. But these aren't the only reasons Sierra Camp is unusual. Over the years, many of its hunters have had bizarre, unexplainable experiences, and they have the physical evidence to prove it. And you're going to hear some of that now, here, for the first ever time, as it was released in the new documentary, Missing 411, The Hunted, which is out today. According to one of the original members of the camp, Ron Moorhead, the most notable instances of strange events is one that occurs most often in the evening. Ron first heard the sound in 1971 as they were accustomed to the call of the wild. Like bear growls or bird songs, the group of hunters was able to easily distinguish the sound that graced their ears from that of something commonly heard in the forest at night. The yowls and cries of an unidentified creature, possibly multiple, echoed throughout the forest. Quick to take action, the men retreated to their shelter and began to record the creepy sounds. The hunters mimicked the sounds they heard, only to be met with the same unusual cries. Take a listen.
That sound like... That sound like a wolf. That sound like a wolf. That sound like a canine. Some kind of canine.
There's two of them across the creek at the big rocks.
Okay.
They submitted their recordings to Dr. R. Lynn Curlin, a professor of electrical engineering at the University of Wyoming. Based on the pitch and sound, the men had recorded multiple creatures, and they were estimated to have stood between 7'3" and 8 foot. When explored further, it was revealed that the creatures' formant frequencies were far different to humans, as they were able to go way above and way below.
So are we talking Sasquatch?
Studies show that the recording was not pre-recorded, re-recorded, or doctored in any way. Naturally, the men were terrified. They feared their shelter would be destroyed by an onslaught of these giant, unknown monsters, but nothing happened. On a yearly basis, the men heard these startling, bizarre noises,
Sasquatch, man. That's what we're talking.
Images of the beasts. Others have offered the explanation of an unknown, intelligent life form walking the earth, and dispute any ideas that the recording is fake due to the dangers of trying to prank a group of armed hunters at night in the dark. Ron also speaks of a sound that once occurred which sounded like a huge churning fork above us, and which the men couldn't locate a source for, and later the sound of a car door slamming, even though their camp is an 8-mile hike into the mountains. He also tells the story of the time the hunters heard a huge commotion outside their shelter, which sounded as if their camp was being torn apart and ripped through. But upon looking outside, they found nothing. Everything was in its place, and there were no sounds. Worryingly still, Ron and his men have even reported sights, not just sounds. And don't forget to check out the documentary to get the full story.
I might check this documentary
Despite the
out.
unknown terrors that the men have faced in the past, they continue to visit the camp on a yearly basis. Ron believes the mystery of the Sierra camp needs to be understood. And we're hoping that David Paulides' new Missing 411 The Hunted documentary will do just that. So that's 5 scary unexplained sounds recorded from the woods. Again, what do you think of that terrifying sound recorded in the woods and featured in the Missing 411 The Hunted documentary? If you want to find out more information and hear all of the sounds
every time they show something dark, I'm scared like something gonna pop out.
Or in the comments and check out the incredible documentary. It's truly amazing, and will have you thinking for hours about what exactly happens in those woods when people vanish, leaving no trace behind. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.
Okay. Alright, so first of all, the narrator is creepy as that creepy voice ain't help. The music ain't help, but that first video, number 5, I swear I've heard that before. I've seen that video. I swear I've seen that. If not, it must be in a different video. But that was not coyotes or any kind of other thing. Whatever that was, I would not want to be in the vicinity of what it was, because you can clearly hear something making just that was creepy. Okay. I don't know what animal that was, but it was creepy. The kid, the one in Rhode Island, I don't know what that was either. That was creepy too. That last one, where the hunters were actually mimicking, I can't buy it's fake. I can't. I will not buy that's somebody made that up. No. I'm thinking yes, Sasquatch. I'm like, okay, y'all were listening to two Sasquatch communicating. One of the few cryptids in the world that I actually believe exists. I know there's a lot of people that don't really believe in cryptozoology. I do. The Sasquatch is just a creature that just is well beyond the test of time. Its legend is as big as anything. For me not to believe that it's not real, I can't buy that. There are just too many places on in this country alone, isolated, not a lot of people coming in that can be living and not being fine. I know there's a lot of people that say, well, oh, come on, Chris, you got to think about it. Because we got all this technology. How come these things have not been caught or tracked or done or things like that? There's got to be some explanation. You know, we got the technology today is just too hard, too good for somebody to hide, a creature to hide. But the fact of the matter is, we're finding new species of creatures every day. Every day, there's some kind of new creature being found. I remember I was in Vietnam or one Cambodia. They just found a new species of deer. Nobody knew it was down there, but they found it. So don't tell me that we have the technology that can spot anything. And the fact that a lot of people say and believe that the Sasquatch is very intelligent, they know how to hide. Look, man, I believe in that stuff. I don't just believe in the paranormal. I believe in cryptozoology. Not everything of cryptozoology, but the Sasquatch, Yeti, all that. You better believe I believe in that. There's no way that stuff can be faked for all these years. I believe in that one. Nessie and all those lake creatures, I'm a little bit 50-50 with. Because I watch shows like shows like Jeremy Wade was on, and River Monsters, and he was at the Loch Ness, and he found what people may have been seeing, what classifies maybe as what they may see as a Loch Ness Nessie. There's this certain shark that is jet black, and it can survive in cold water, and sometimes it does come to the surface and kind of has like a serpent-like look. That's his. But these sounds were creepy. I ain't gonna lie, they were creepy. I probably will watch that documentary that Homeboy was talking about. But yeah, man, like that. It's kind of creepy. You don't want to be hearing things, and I know what a coyote sounds like. I know what a wolf sounds like. I know what a dog sounds like. Different animals like elk. Elk do make this really weird yelp noise. They go, I can't do it, but if you don't buy it, you don't believe me, look up elk noises. Full-grown elk, and they make this like a real weird noise, and it's a big, but they make real weird noises. But these were pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. What did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you don't buy it? Please leave your comments in the section down below. As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification anytime I upload a new video. I upload new videos every Thursday and Sunday, so you'll never be missing out on any videos. As always, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace to the next episode, or I should say next video. Deuces.